Committee will now come to order. All stand for the pledge of allegiance to the flag, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Clerk, call roll, please.
Shaw.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Conan.
Here.
Woolar.
Here.
Ballard.
Yep.
Cooper. Here. Belkey. Here.
What is the council's wishes on approval of the agenda, please?
I'd like to add, under new business, police equipment purchase,
So that would be letter E.
please.
Anything further? Any further discussion?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. There is no presentations tonight. Administrative reports, you have your building department. Any liaison reports?
Just a backup. Aspen says it's got on.
Oh, pardon me, I'm sorry, very sorry.
So we gotta find
I put
something
my
to say.
glasses on. I did pass it up, but I put my glasses on.
You pass it up, you got 20 minutes.
Okay, at this time, the floor is open for citizen comments. Anyone would like to address the council at this time? If not, there's no presentations tonight. And next is the administrative reports, the building department report, and the liaison reports. Any liaison?
I just wanted to update everybody that we have received, I think, 4 applications for the DPW position.
Nice.
Ed is on vacation for the next week or 2, so he will look at them when he gets back.
Well, that's a real honor to have 4 all at once now. So-
Hey, that's better than we were doing. You know, we did, and I guess I just wanted to get an idea of how you guys feel, because we did say that the cutoff was June 30th. Are you open to just accepting them until Ed gets back? Is everybody open to that?
I've been telling people, I'm
Okay.
trying to get people to apply, so,
Okay.
yes.
Okay,
Very
all
good.
right. Great, that's great.
All right, general business, consent agenda, what is the council's wishes?
President, I'll move the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
Second.
Moved and supported, any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Next is the old business, which will be the sewer plant update and West Main Street.
On
Mr. Clark?
the sewer plant, I just spoke to Chris a little while before the meeting. He just got a quote back for the composite sampler that we had trouble with. And there was talk of repair for a great deal of money, and they found a demo unit for $5,300. We're gonna have it on hold, and I'm gonna bring it before the next council meeting. He can wait that long. So I just want to give you a little heads up. It should alleviate quite a few of our problems. We need to have this thing functional and operating in the proper way to show what we're doing down there. So, yes, they will hold it for 30 days. So, it'll be on the agenda for the next.
Did they send you the paperwork in the meantime
Yeah, he's gonna get all
for the
of
quote?
Yes, he's gonna have all that. Yeah, in fact, he's even got another quote, so he can show you, we're saving some
Comparison.
big bucks on this one, so.
Very good.
Yeah.
West Main Street.
Can I say something about the, Chris had sent over, we had asked him to give us a, something about what we're not supposed to flush, you know, so he created a whole
Yes.
thing, we put that on the website today. There are some pictures, if anybody's interested in
Well,
looking.
I would like if maybe we could have copies to go out with the water bills, so everybody would receive.
I believe Becky's working on that.
Okay.
But I'm not sure, but I will let her know that.
Okay, good
So,
deal. Yeah, kind of puts it in their face. I mean, it does cost the village money when we have to do these repairs on things.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Okay, next is the West Main Street. West Main Street, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, just in time.
Yeah, I can see what I have to read.
Lights on you.
Well, as the council knows, President Wolak and I have been working with Candace Miller's office to see if we can get some funds to do the West Main Street Woodbeck culvert. And we did receive a letter here. It's in reference to the West Main Street construction. And it's to Doug Skyless, our engineer for this. And it says, "Dear Mr. Skyless, the Office of Macomb County Public Works Commissioner has reviewed and approved the plans referenced above, which is the West Main Street reconstruction Woodbeck drain. Prior to construction, a drain permit must be obtained for the removal of the existing culvert, installation of the new culvert, and proposed tap and restoration. Please note that all soil erosion permits will be required from this office. Please contact engineering and they give the number for the drain permit and soil erosion permits. Should you have further questions or concerns, feel free to contact Rocky Rizzle or myself, and that's Darrell D. Gatchi, PE Plan Review." And with that, President Wolak has received word from Candace Miller's office that they're going to send us $20,000 for the repair of the culvert, and they're going to waive the $3,000 plus permit fees for us. And so basically, we're going to be getting $23,000 from the Department of Public Works. And I have called Candace Miller's office and they extended my thank yous. And knowing Candace Miller for quite a few years, she's always busy, but I did leave it with her assistant. And that's where we stand right now.
That's awesome.
Good job, guys.
I want to thank.
Well, we stayed with it, that's the main thing, so if there's any other monies to be gotten, let me know.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, Joe?
Now with the additional money, does that cover the cost of the Woodbeck drain?
Well,
No, I don't think it's going to.
no,
So we're not accelerating any of the construction on this yet, are we?
No,
No.
it's still placed in the MDOT program,
Okay.
in the MDOT. So this is going to give us $20,000 plus to permit
Just
fees.
to put towards it, okay. I just
To
want to
put
make sure
towards
we
it,
weren't
yeah.
accelerating anything.
No,
We don't
no.
have our funds in place
Yeah,
yet.
that's right.
Okay, good.
you
Great job.
see the quote we sort of had before, which Lyle brought back, one was 117,000 and one was 133,000. As you recall, we did mention them figures in the past. So if we go with this bid, when Doug puts his paperwork together and that, and it comes in at that naturally, so that's where we stand with it. The 23 coming off, in other words,
So are we still talking about construction next year, engineering this year, and construction next
Well,
year?
we're talking, they're going to let it out in July and August. That's what we've got the plans right there, and that's going to let it out. And we could be starting some of it in September.
So how long would the road be closed? I mean,
I have no idea. That's going to be up
Right.
to the,
right,
we'll know that once we get into our construction meetings and stuff.
okay.
Do you have any comments?
Well, the amount, and again, it's dependent on how the bidders bid, prices are high right now, but the engineer's estimate was 61,000, that's.
Yeah, it
so-
was, yeah.
So that would be 61,000 less the 23, gives you a ballpark.
Okay.
But again, it'll be
About 30.
dependent on the bids.
Better than nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like I said in the past, we'll take whatever we can get.
And I do want to mention, I want to thank President Wolak for his, I guess we'll call it bird doggedness on this. He did a heck of a job for us. Thank you.
Are you going to do this next?
You know, that comes on. Yeah, I guess it
Did we add that on?
No, we just add it on there.
The roof opening?
No.
No, it's a, where the heck did I put that thing now?
Oh, wait, there it is. Woodbeck
Yeah.
Drain Maintenance Match.
Yeah.
That's this contract. Okay, I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Good.
Hey,
All right, so now let's go to the new business also. The Roof bidding, we did get 2, and we should be opening them tonight. You have them with you?
I do, but, Lyle,
What?
actually, that agenda item is to accept the drain maintenance grant.
Oh,
That is
okay.
not to accept this third party.
Okay, all right, yeah, all right.
We can do it under there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
you're right. There's 2 items.
just got confused, so. Yes, I do. I have, we have 2 bids to be open. One is for a metal roof. One is for shingles. We only got one from the original 3 that we sent them to, 3 or 4. So I called them to ask them if they did metal roofs, and nobody ever called me back. So this one was received after from Orchard, because Ed sought them out, because when he originally sent out the letters, he didn't ask for steel roofs. So that's where we're at. So this one is for shingle, asphalt, whatever.
What's the name of that company?
This one's Reasonable Construction. And then this one's from Orchard. So this one came in a little bit after, but like I said, I called them and asked them for a metal roof. I never got a call back. So I think that, does that,
Well, we have to go with what we have, you know.
That's right.
And we have a right to reject, you know,
Yeah.
or refuse. So see if we're satisfied with the prices, we'll just go from there, I think.
Can you help us remember what we bid for it in our budget? We put budget-wise toward it?
I think it was 8,000.
8,000?
For all of them? For all.
Okay, all right.
I'd have to look, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't
what it was.
recall the exact amount myself. Okay, let's go with number 1 then.
okay,
This will be the Orchard Construction
so that's the steel roof.
steel. Well, let's hope it is, unless he bid on both. Roof replacement on all 3 buildings. They propose to remove existing shingles, install new synthetic felt, 29 gauge, yeah. Nycar, finished steel, guaranteed for 40 years from manufacturer. Bridge and vent gap, all debris will be removed from the site. Where required, new roof boots will be installed on any penetrations. If any roof sheeting is unused, rotted or damaged, new OSB will be installed at a cost of $45 a sheet, and will be in addition to the quote prices below. Owner will be advised of any repairs that might be necessary after the removal of the existing shingles, if the items will become extra cost to the project. They have a price for the DPW building on Depot Street of $5,500. The dog kennel on South Fulton, $4,500. Waterhouse on Fulton Street, $1,700.
11,700.
Okay. Orchard Construction will provide 2-year warranty on their installation. Manufacturer's warranties will be from the individual manufacturer. Terms of payments to be determined. So maybe we'll have 6 years, 10 years to pay it.
But it said it's a 40-year warranty on the metal roof, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, it says 40 years, but you gotta remember the manufacturer, roofs always goes by how long the roof was in use. In other words, they just prorate it. We had a rubber membrane roof at the post office and it was leaking in 1 year's time. And they still, in other words, it's just like your shingles, they say they're guaranteed for 20 years, but the manufacturer's gonna say, well, you used them for 15, so we'll prorate the last 5 years. That's how they're gonna, I'm just letting you guys know, that's usually how it works, and I'm sure it will go the same
Yeah,
with the steel roof, too.
sure.
No different.
I don't think it's the whole roof that it's just, I don't know if it's the whole roof on it.
I don't think so
I think
either.
it's just the front.
the newer part.
Yeah.
I think the older part, I think maybe metal.
Oh,
I think so.
100% sure.
Which one of those is the 10-cent one?
I think we have.
that's that little one in the back.
Yeah, but this is the
That
three
little
that he
gray
said.
building in the back?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the three that he said, which is the 10-cent.
Let's always be going for.
He didn't call them the same names we
He
called
did
them.
not. It's got to
This
be
is
dog kennel.
from Reasonable Construction Services of 1725 Michigan Road in Port Huron. He's got them all itemized. Remove layers of his existing roof materials all the way Dervis. There's number 1 layers on that. Install new 1.5 inch face aluminum edging, which is standard in other words, which will be white in color. Line all valleys with ice and water shield, 136 inch course centered in valley. That is pretty well standard, Joe.
Yeah, that's all same.
Cover remaining roof deck with synthetic roofing underlayment. Install 18-inch wide strip of ice and water shield where roof and side walls meet. Install fiberglass shingles for manufacturer specifications. And color it says TBD. All soil pipes will have new soil pipe covers installed. Install new aluminum step flashing where roof and sidewalls meet. Install new paint aluminum apron flashings where roof and head walls meet. Masonry walls will be reflashed with paint aluminum. Chimney will be reflashed with per finish aluminum. Then he has installed baffled shingle over edge vent. And then 750 aluminum can vents per industry standards. That's the roof vents, in other words. And roof area and work site to be left clean and free of all roof-related dirt. Warranty. Manufacturer's warranty as stated above. 5-year workmanship warranty from Reasonable Construction Services. Items not included. Interior protection as his owner's responsibility therefore is not included. Any work not specifically stated in written scope of work above. Reinstate and calibrate of satellite dish to be by homeowner and is not included in this proposal. Notes: we pull permit prior to beginning work on your home if local ordinances dictates. Additional layers, if found, will be removed at an additional cost of $25 square for asphalt shingles, $50 for cedar shingles per layer. And deteriorated wood will be replaced at an additional cost of $1.45 square foot plywood $4.25, I believe that's linear feet, of dimensional, well, that says lumber, but I think it means lumber structure. Each building will have a proper ventilation installed based on the manufacturer's specification. The proposed amount is $11,217. Partial payment due upon contract signing. Balance due upon completion. That's something else. This is the important one. I guess you may be right, yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Just two ballots.
so it's 11,217.
11%.
$17 difference.
I'm gonna strike an opinion. We had 11,100.
11,200 or 700. 700.
I think
Yeah.
I personally would rather go with a metal roof.
Yeah.
And so the thing is, this may be a good price on this, but I think for the life of the roof, I would go with the metal. Even on my own house now, I wish I would have went with the metal then. But it was something that was sort of new then, you know, so. But, I mean, what is council's wishes?
And actually, we talked about it at budget time, so we checked the budget and we increased it to 10,000 because we were considering the metal roof. So I think given the longevity of it compared to asphalt, I agree, I think we're better off with the metal.
We might not want to do a not to exceed amount
No.
because it sounds like they
There
might
might
have to
be.
replace other
Right.
materials and things like that. So should we just say in the amount of
Yep.
and then just leave it like that?
Well, I don't think there's any wood shingles underneath that.
No, the plywood underneath.
What if you got, what if you got rotten boards, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna have some.
We may not.
Yeah, especially if it leaked, I mean, you know, so.
So do we just change it to in the amount of and take out the not to exceed?
Yep.
Okay.
One thing to be careful of, I heard Mr. Shaw talk about the guarantee. When I first got out of service, I went to work for a place that made roofing shingles, and they hired a complete scientific group to prove that it was installer's fault, not shingles.
Exactly.
So your warranty's only as good as paper it's written on.
Yeah, that's right. I agree.
Thank you.
Did you fight for the blue or the gray?
Huh, pardon? I was great.
Mr. President, I'll resolve to accept the bid from Orchard Construction in the amount of $11,705 to replace the roofs on the DPW garage and 10-cent barn of the old well house.
Support.
Okay, moved and supported.
705, it's 11, it's 700.
11,700.
11,700.
Yeah, I had 700.
Yeah.
Yeah, 11,700.
You said 705.
No, 5.
No, 5.
Oh,
I'm sorry, did you support that?
Ballard, or Bell.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion?
But just to note, it is nice that Orchard Construction is an Armada company also. It's a local company.
Right. So, it's always nice to help, and they serve the community so well too, so. This is a money
Yep.
spending job, so you want to roll call, please?
Yep. Ballard?
yes.
Delphi? Yes. Shaw?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Conan?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Stout?
Well,
I'm Wallach. I looked right at you and said, Wallach. I'm still on vacation.
I just want to make sure though, because of the nature of the work, we should make sure and get proof of insurance. you
Yes.
know,
Yep.
Workers' comp and personal
Yeah.
injury.
And I will have a budget amendment ready for you for next meeting.
So that isn't too much over then.
Mhm.
You might want to make
wait until they do the
Yeah, that's
job.
probably good.
Yeah.
In case there's any extra work that needs to be done.
I can do your budget amendment that would cushion that.
Okay.
That way you're not spending money before you had it.
All right, motion carried. Preventive maintenance, pump inspections quote for the sewer plant. Mr. Clark.
Chris has been bugging us about this for some time now. We essentially have two lift stations. We have the Colonial lift station, and we also have a lift station on the grounds of the sewer plant itself. And this was from Jet, and I know Sherry, you had asked about the $300 on,
Pre-authorization.
yeah, pre-authorization. What that does is if they get out there and there's something to be replaced, and it's within that $300, they can just go and do it. Otherwise, they're gonna give you a quote, you're gonna have to come back.
Right.
You're gonna be charged for the extra time and everything, so.
So is that included in the 1520?
No, it is not.
Okay,
It-
so it'll be
it's-
really 1820 then?
Well, it's if, and it reads if they need it.
Right.
So, just so everybody knows, that way, again, we are saving money in the long run, because they get out there and run into a situation, they have stuff on the truck, they can just grab it, put it on,
That's it.
otherwise they're giving you a quote and
Right.
eat up more time.
Since it's a not to exceed, do you want to read 1820 in there? Since the motion, or do you want to just take out
I don't
the
think we have to,
the amount
I don't
of?
think we have to throw that 300 into it. I don't
Just
believe.
say the amount
It's
of?
more,
But keep in mind that you have the authority to spend even more than 300
yeah,
commissioners, so
it could be,
I don't think I would put the not to exceed amount in there.
Take that,
Just
not
take it
to exceed
out.
out again?
As long as, Steve, those terms are, you know, that 300 item is in their bid or quote, as long as that's in there, I think you're covered. Yeah, it is at the bottom of page 2.
and then as far as, I think that there's a sign sheet, sheet 3, where they talk about a selection. They talked about twice a year. Chris would at least be comfortable with once a year, and I am too. At least do it once a year, which is better than what we've had. I mean, we really don't have preventative maintenance there. It's more, it breaks, we run out there and we're fixing things. And again, it's up there in age along with the plant itself, so.
You know, Steve, I think that the more that we become proactive in the maintenance of this, I think it's gonna be better off. You might want to, because there's times when you'll catch things on these maintenance visits that before the next one comes up, you know, it'll be down, and you're gonna have to call them out there again. So I'd be comfortable with 2 of them. I really would.
Well, I've been spending money like crazy down there. I'm
Yeah.
trying to back off wherever I
Okay.
can, but for right now, I feel comfortable with the 1 year.
Okay. And then next year, if we have to.
Yeah.
So are you gonna bring it back every year then for us, or
No,
how are you gonna,
no,
you
we're
wanna
kinda
accept
signed-
it,
we're
say
kinda
the bid and contract?
We're signed up for that. I guess if
Our annual
we're gonna
contract.
change it, I guess I'll bring it before you, then if we need to have it twice a year. But for right now, I feel comfortable with
So change it, accept the bid and annual contract?
Well, it does, just so you know, it does say one-time inspection, so yeah, I'm not sure they're offering you.
It says it on there.
Yeah.
It says it in there. It says for all future inspections, we request the pre-authorization, this amount will not be charged, and it says, the price of the inspections remains the same regardless of the frequency of the inspections. It says it on the bottom of page 2, the end of the paragraph. So basically, they're saying the same, the inspection cost is gonna be the same.
Yeah.
And he has a right to spend $300 anyhow, so, you know, I think that's,
Twice a year.
So
That's
he-
what they recommend.
Yeah, they recommend it twice a year, but I'm gonna go for the once.
But this says one time, and this says 2 times.
Yeah, it will.
They say both.
Well, this, I think what
I think
This
what they're saying
quote
is,
is for once, and then if you want it, they're
You
saying
can
you
send
should do it twice a year, but the frequency is up to
Right.
you.
I agree, I think
But
that's
the
what I
price is
would
the
read.
same.
Right, you could send them out again for $1,500, but what
Right.
they're saying is the second time they come out, all future station inspections will have the pre-authorization.
Correct. So should we read it to say, to accept the bid and annual contract? From jet pump and valve, should the motion
No,
say that?
because when you accept this bid, you're taking those terms into.
Okay.
So you don't have to get into the specifics.
Okay.
Even the amount, I mean, you're accepting that bid, so I think it's probably good just for record keeping that we're saying
The amount.
1,500, right? But
So in front of preventative maintenance, just put for preventative maintenance, and then at the end put and to allow where you're gonna have sign it, and the bill will just be that.
Are we changing on the preventative?
Just put the word for.
Four,
The
okay.
bid, to accept the bid from Jet Pump and Valve in
Yeah.
the,
And yes.
in the amount of, for
Yeah.
preventative maintenance at sewer plant and inspection of Plymouth
And
Street.
give
And to allow
authorization to someone
And
the
also-
else.
sewer commissioner or Marv or whoever sign.
somebody's got to sign it, so you have to
Well,
authorize.
Steve will probably be down there, or he'd know right of hand, so.
Okay.
I would recommend it, come in there and do it with his department.
So the sewer commissioner or Steve Clark, do you have to, how do you name, does that have to be a name or does it?
Sewer, whoever it is.
Yeah,
Sewer
let's keep it
commissioner.
sewer commissioner,
Yeah,
that way
just
it's
sewer.
not tied to you. Okay, great. Somebody wants to make it?
Okay, resolve to accept the bid from Jet Pump and Valve in the amount of $1,520 for preventative maintenance for the sewer plant and inspections of the Cronin and Fulton Street lift stations.
Support.
And to
And
allow, and to allow the
And to allow
The street
the
commissioner.
sewer commissioner on behalf of the village to
to sign
sign.
on, yeah, that'd be good.
Yep, I'll support it.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
It's now 20.
We gotta do a roll call.
Roll call, please.
Clark,
Yes.
Ballard,
Yes.
Elke. Yes. Cooper,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Conan,
Yes.
Bullock.
Yes. Motion carried.
Thank you, everyone.
The next is a set a committee to review qualifications and recommend engineers for the sewer plant. We've had motion here.
Yeah, you discussed it at the last meeting, so I just included who said that they would be interested.
Okay, so not quite simple. We can just go with that. Then as such, what is council's wishes?
I move to appoint Steve Clark, Mike Shaw, and Sam Duffy to the committee to review the engineering qualifications bids for the sewer plant improvements.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
I don't recall the date that we were going to do that. We have our date.
You did.
All right. Next is our Woodbeck drain maintenance match. Now, Lyle, you want to address that?
Sure. I'm gonna make a motion to accept the maintenance match program grant funds. We have to do this for the Macomb County Public Works Office. So, without any further ado, I will move to accept the drain maintenance match program grant from the Macomb County Public Works Office in the amount of $23,000 and authorize the street commissioner to sign all documents required to secure the grant proceeds.
Support.
Moved and supported. Let's see, I think I heard Shaw at first.
You're on that side, I'm on this side.
Well, it came through the left ear, I'm sorry. Okay, and if we can get that letter out, is the comment that I'm making, that I told Mr. Forlini that we would get this out, so they have some document signed by us, and so that'll be in their files then.
It's all signed right there.
Good.
We got to vote on it.
You gotta vote on it yet.
Right. So, what is the council's wishes, please?
We already made.
Or, I mean, excuse me. What is the council's
Yeah.
wishes?
All in favor?
All in favor?
That's it.
Aye.
I'm so happy to get some money.
This is what he needs back, is this.
Right, so, And of course, if you want to probably put a copy of the motion with it, it's fine.
Now, I have one more thing. This is the West Main Street reconstruction, construction engineering contract. This is with Spalding Decker. And I've got the figures here. And what it takes, I have to read some of these off. So I have a sub-consultant on this. And it's got the MDOT job number. It's testing engineers and consultants, pavement reconstruction. These are guys who do the testing of the material. And then we have the Spalding Decker and Associates. They're the prime consultant name. And this is for 0.42 miles of West Main Street reconstruction. Spalding Decker will take $106,074.51. And testing engineers and consultants, which is part of this contract, will take $22,424.91 for a total of $128,499.42. And I would move that we enter into the contract with Spalding and Decker for our West Main Street construction engineering.
All right, so enter into a contract with Spalding Decker.
Right?
Might want to authorize Lyle to sign this.
Okay, all right, so enter into a contract with Spalding Decker for the engineering of West Main Street.
Nope, for the construction engineering.
For the construction engineering of West Main Street, and to allow the street administrator to authorize the street administrator to sign on behalf of the village.
Okay. Yep, that's it.
Okay, so that was made by Lyle.
Mhm.
Okay,
And we need support. Support. Mike Shaw. Any further discussion?
When do we don't pay that all up front, right?
No.
No. This is out of the 80/20. We're gonna pay 20% of this total.
And then also, even with our gift money, that won't be towards the end of the completion of the project. Yeah, that's way over. Okay,
and you'll
so,
need to sign that too, Lyle.
yeah,
Roll call.
roll call out, please.
Ballard,
Yes.
Shaw,
Yes.
Belkey,
Yes.
Wolock,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Clark,
Yes.
Conan.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. So we're on our way with our West Main Street project.
Good job.
Now the police equipment, Sherry?
As everyone remembers, we discussed having Chief go over all the paperwork and figure out the exact percentage of the time that the officers are on the road to utilize salvage title vehicle inspection fees that we have, the fund, to offset the wages. In doing so, Chief Patrick worked and he found a software program that, if you've ever seen the show Parking Wars, it's basically the same thing as you're driving down. There's screen captures of license plate, and then it runs it through the system, and if any of them are stolen or detected as stolen, then they will alert the police officer. So what he would like to do is put these two camera softwares and everything and the computers in the cars, so every time that they're on the road, we can utilize salvage title wages to cover that, because they are actively searching out in the detection and apprehension of stolen vehicles.
Good.
So what that will do will increase it to 50% of all officer wages we would be able to use out of the salvage title by utilizing this equipment, because he figures that 50% of the time the officers are on the road, the other 50% is paperwork, investigations, things like that.
That's correct.
Is there any?
Great idea.
Go ahead.
I reached that 50% figure by randomly selecting 100 log sheets for the year 2017 totaling up the hours that they were on patrol, and not occupied with investigations, interviews, maintenance, report writing, things like that, and it came up with just over 50% of the time they were on the road, and I figure 50% is a safe figure to go with.
So that'll take a good chunk of money and save the village that much more money in our wages. So in doing so, there is a cost associated with the equipment. Again, all this equipment would also be covered under salvage title. So basically for all the equipment, I figured this is the software that's actually them coming out and training the officers on it too. The cameras, the mounts, the computers, and the installation of the vehicles, it comes to just about $54,500. That is for 2 vehicles. In addition, one of our police vehicles, we did have in the budget for them to purchase a new vehicle at the end of this year, but since we're going to be putting on all this equipment, Chief would like us to go ahead and buy that car now. The car we have has been breaking down quite a bit. We have quite a few maintenance charges and repairs that we've had to make to it to make it operational.
We do already.
So at this point, he also feels that it's also low enough in miles that we'd actually get enough money, like about $10,000 back in selling the vehicle too. So he would like to go ahead and purchase a new vehicle now so that all the new software and stuff is included on the new vehicle, as opposed to at the end of the fiscal year, we'd have to transfer all that over to another vehicle again. So with that being said, and that is also covered under salvage title. Did you do more research on the price of the vehicle, or is it?
My estimate of $10,000 was low. I apologize, I wasn't entirely prepared this evening with these figures. But I see that there are some 2016 Dodge Charger police vehicles like we have. They're listed anywhere from, for sale with similar mileage, $23,000, $19,000.
Right. So all that money, that was purchased out of salvage title, so all that money will go back into salvage title, just so everyone knows too. And then he also is talking about either a Ford Taurus or a Ford Explorer, correct, for the new vehicle.
Yeah, I know a lot of departments are gravitating to the SUV as pretty much becoming the industry standard.
That's a good SUV.
So with that being said, I would like to go ahead and make a motion for Chief to purchase the quote from Bright in the amount of, I don't know how to,
Like to accept the quote.
well, we don't want to do just the quote because the installation is done by another vendor. So just to authorize Chief for the purchase of the cameras and equipment and software
Yeah, and then you'll come
in the
back.
amount of
Right, you have to come back.
$54,500.
Okay, you're gonna have to get that to me slower.
Okay. And then we'll do the new vehicles.
All right, so to allow the chief to, what is it then?
To purchase the computers, mounts, cameras.
How about the equipment? I mean, rather than, because you might forget
The
something.
license plate detection equipment.
Purchase the license plate. I'm sorry.
Detection.
Detection.
Equipment and software
Equipment and software.
for 2 police cars.
Don't you want to do 3 though, if you're getting another car?
No, because we won't have this one
Okay.
anymore.
Okay.
In the amount of
$54,500.
$54,500.
Okay.
Now you'll come back for your installation.
No, that would be everything.
Oh, that's everything.
That's
I'm sorry, I
everything.
thought you didn't have.
So the purchase and installation of the
Yes.
license plate? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry,
That's
I
the
missed
total.
it.
No,
That's so did I.
that's everything. That's including what Chief thinks it'll take for the installation as well.
That's correct, yeah.
All right, so to authorize the chief to purchase, no, hold on.
Accept the quote.
But it's not.
It's not though, that's what she took out. This is why we don't do this on the top, just so
I know.
everybody knows, we usually do this at a time. All right, so to allow to authorize the chief to purchase and install, okay, the license,
Two.
I had that,
He's
I
got
had
that.
4
She's
2
got
police
that
cars
there.
in here, yeah. All right, right, to authorize the chief to purchase and install the license plate detection equipment and software for 2 police cars in the amount of $54,500.
All out of salvage title funds. Do you need that in there? We've done that before.
Using salvage title funds.
Chief, are these units, once they're installed, like let's say you have to get another car, are these, I know sometimes you can reuse your lights, you can reuse, would this be something that could go on a new vehicle, or is that?
Yes, sir, they're transferable,
Okay.
just like a radar or in-car camera system, yes.
Perfect.
And then we,
Support.
I was gonna say, anybody could support that.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? Calling money, let's call for a roll call, please.
Cooper?
Yes.
Ballard?
Yes.
Shaw?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Pelkey? Yes. Wallach?
Yes.
Conan?
Yes.
Thank you for Chief for all your hard work in this.
Thank you.
job.
I know it takes a lot, so I think you've done an excellent job.
And then I know I mentioned last time we had to do the radio repairs. I included the bill with it. It was $524.50 just for your information. That's what we needed to repair the radios as well. And then for the purchase of the new vehicle, you'll get us a quote for the next meeting, or does everyone feel just get work?
Well, you still gotta have the amounts.
Yeah.
Right.
So that'll be
So just
brought
bring
back.
that to our next meeting. You can just give a copy to Michelle and put it in my box.
Sure will.
You don't
Chief,
mind?
if you get, I don't know if Michelle could help you, but I know that, you know, there's a lot of the state bids that you can buy, particularly the SUVs, but really all of them, the state police bids and that, you might want to check out, because they've already competitively bid.
Right.
So you're
Yeah.
getting the price that every other state agency is getting.
Yes,
Right.
yep.
It's called My Bid.
My deal?
My deal.
My deal.
My deal, yes.
Is this enough time we might get a new one for the fair?
I don't think so.
Depending on color.
A new one on the fair.
Well,
Perfect. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you, Chief.
thanks again, Chief.
Thank you all.
All right, let me get back in order here a second. Yeah, right. Any up and coming agenda items?
Police car.
Police car, okay.
Budget amendment.
And composite sampler quote for the sewer plant.
Composite
Sampler quote.
sampler. You guys gotta go slow for me today. And budget amendment.
Steve? Mr. President, if I may. Steve, have they put the samplers in the manholes over at the fairground yet?
I don't believe so.
We had to do it before. We should get them in there this month sometime.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then that Boy Scouts things. They had a Boy Scout thing last year. I don't know if they're gonna do that again.
That was cool.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah, when they learn how to use the mics right, yes, it's great.
Because that tells us that they have to clean those lines in there and stuff. So, okay.
During the fair, when they pull those out, they're pretty well wrapped up in all kinds of.
Oh, you got my know.
Better than me.
All right. Anything else in the up and coming? If not, citizen comments, floor's open up again.
We all did great.
Notice my glasses are down. All right, any council comments?
I would just like to say that we have a concert on Wednesday. The band is Sweet Tea. It's a more spirited rock and roll band, and I don't believe it's going to be 100 degrees, so it's probably will be very pleasant in the park.
Okay, you all come out to the park. Community events, anything else on that? We don't have a closed session tonight. Nothing proper, it is 10 minutes to 8.
7:50 is the time, and the motion to adjourn.
Support.
Moved and supported, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.